All righty, let's go with the forecast. 11:43, but just about 11:44 now on this Friday morning. Good news is it's Friday. The bad news is some of us getting pelted with some very heavy snow from the early morning hours, and still where we stand right now, some areas are picking it up. In Holland, not so much. Yes, it is snowing. You can see the snowflakes clearly on the lens, but it's not accumulating. It doesn't appear to any great extent in Holland. I think for the most part just melting. Perhaps there's a very thin or just a film of a dusting on some of the grass nearby Holland. Similar story in Grand Rapids. I don't see much on the ground. I certainly know there isn't any on the north side here where the Fox 17 studio is. Maybe on the south side of Grand Rapids towards the border of Kent County and whichever county it is that borders Kent to the south. Allegan, Barry, is it Barry? Perhaps you can pick up on a little accumulation in that vicinity and then really start to ramp it up the closer you get to I-94. This is from the village of Decatur, which is in Van Buren County, and this came in a few hours ago. So I would imagine a little bit more snow on top of what you're noticing there. Most of the roadways from the images that I've been looking at are just wet. Now, perhaps there are some slippery spots. I can't rule that out with some of the heavier bursting of snow. That was the village of Colon, which is in St. Joseph County, right along the Indiana line, and also Sherwood. I showed this at the top of the half hour there from Stephen Gregg. This came in recently within the past 30 minutes, and that is in northwestern Branch County, which those images would suggest that about 3 to 4 inches of snow on the ground. And there have been some reports of closer to 4 to 5 inches in some outlined areas on the grass. Keep in mind, the majority of this on the grass, and it will be starting to compact. You get to the point with these snow events in April where you get into the warmest part of the day, and it can start to compact quicker than it's actually accumulating. So that's kind of an interesting factor. Bottom line is nothing accumulating in Grand Rapids. Winds are on the light side. We've got feels like temperatures or wind chills running in the upper 20s to around 30 degrees. Now tomorrow, I promise you, when you wake up, the sun will be out and it will last all day long, get to 54 degrees. It'll be windy on southwesterly flow that will be drilling in those milder temperatures. On Sunday, it's going to be pretty brisk as well, but for a different reason. The winds will have turned to the northwest as a cold front comes through. It's not going to be terribly colder behind the front, but it will have a chill in the air there on Sunday. At least we get back into the 50s, folks. We'll take that baby steps if we can, and that's what you can call it, as we've been in the lower 40s recently. Continue to see this widespread area of snow. This will last into early afternoon. Once we get beyond around 2:30, though, we're going to see a definite breaking up of this, a lightening up of it from west to east, and then may even end as some drizzle, say mid to late afternoon and early evening on the backside of the system as we get away from the deepest moisture. And temperatures do tend to creep back into the mid to upper 30s. Maybe somebody can hit 40 degrees or so well off to the north of GR today. You see on the latest run of the model, it is pulling that out of here about 2:30, 3 o'clock completely. And then, as I say, some residual precipitation or moisture on the backside of the system could still be around as late as early this evening. So I don't think there's much hope for any sunshine. There may be a break or two near the lakeshore or off to the north, but it's mainly cloudy skies. Overnight tonight, that's when we break up the clouds. We start to drop down, though. It'll be a chilly start to Saturday with a snowpack on the ground. Again, south of GR, could be in the upper 20s to around 30 degrees to begin, but it's April, folks. And when the sun comes out in April, and it will tomorrow, that sun angle is high, and it's going to go to work, and it's going to blast that snow away, I promise you, by afternoon. 54 degrees. It's in the lower 50s Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. You see some wording in there for a sprinkle or shower. There are no big systems after today. Just maybe showers later Monday into early Tuesday morning, and then maybe later Wednesday into Thursday. We'll track that, but at least Brody and Alyssa to near 60 degrees.
Anthony, thanks for